The two main learning objectives for 6.2 is explain how communities change over time and explain how communities recover after a disturbance. Ecological succession is a series of somewhat predictable events that occur in a community over time. Ecosystems are constantly evolving and experience major change after disturbances. New species move in, populations change, and other species die out. The diversity among species in an ecosystem increases as succession progresses. Succession beginning on newly formed rock or areas with no remnants of older communities is called primary succession. This typically happens after volcanic eruptions or as glaciers retreat, causing new, barren rock to be exposed. Ecological succession begins when pioneer species, or the first species to colonize barren areas, move in. They create an environment suitable for other organisms to move in and for the area to sustain growth. Secondary succession occurs when a disturbance affects an existing community but doesn't completely destroy it. This process happens faster than primary succession because parts of the original community still exist. Possible disturbances include natural disasters like wildfires, hurricanes, and tsunamis, as well as human-created disturbances. Succession happens in different ecosystems for multiple reasons. Pioneer species prepare the area for other organisms to move in. Each new species makes the ecosystem more habitable for those species already there, as well as for additional species that would benefit the area. These processes become more complex over time as species diversity increases. Scientists understand that succession follows different paths, and that the communities that are the end results of succession, or climax communities, may not always be uniform or stable. When natural disturbances happen in healthy ecosystems, the events and processes that occur during secondary succession often, but not always, reproduce the original climax community. Since natural disasters like fires or floods can happen to only a small part of a community, each community could be experiencing different stages of succession at the same time. Secondary succession can take different paths and produce many different communities. This all depends on the kind of disturbance, the season in which the disturbance occurs, and other factors. Sometimes this causes a change that prevents the regrowth of the original community. For some human-caused disturbances, ecosystems may or may not fully recover. Ecologists study succession by comparing different cases and looking for similarities and differences. For example, they learned that at both Mount St. Helens and Krakatoa, primary succession proceeded through stages. Pioneer species arrived via seeds, spores, or adult stages that traveled over long distances. The pioneer species are important because they help stabilize loose volcanic debris. This allowed later species to take hold. Historical studies in Krakatoa and ongoing studies on Mount St. Helens confirm that early stages of primary succession are slow and that chance can play a large role in determining which species colonize at different times.